Good morning, everyone. Welcome to MJ Vlogs. And as requested, this video is the best case scenario for RFK Jr. So, the latest news, we have the information that RFK has got his name on the ballot in 42 states. That's massive. So, yeah, you can see on the map, these states account for 474 electoral votes. So, if RFK in prediction wins all these states, he's getting a 474 grand majority. Though the US elections only allows for two-party system, and for this video, we'll be imagining it that RFK Jr. is getting enough signatures to get his name on the national ballot. You can see the election for the president would go to the House of Representatives if it's tied between three parties. In that special case, each state delegation would share one vote, and the candidate with the most votes would win the to become the president. So now we'll be seeing on polling averages. As is the best case scenario, we'll be bending the polls a little bit, and we'll be seeing if RFK Jr. can get enough electoral votes to even tie the presidency, or Trump would be still winning by getting a majority of maybe 270 to 280, a lean majority. We'll find out. So we'll start the poll. Start looking at the polls one by one. So we have poll Kennedy versus Trump in Alabama, the state of Alabama with non-electoral votes at stake. Trump, if Kennedy has enough signatures to replace Biden on the ballot, but Trump is still a very much better candidate in Alabama with 24 points. He's up against Kennedy, so there's still no way we can overcome those 24 points for RFK in the polls even. So that is a good Trump state. Now, looking at the next stage of Alaska, where RFK has got his name on ballot. Here you can see Kennedy is a little bit or no like a much better candidate against Trump if he replaces Biden. Trump is up by 6 points. In that case, against RFK, Trump would carry the state, but with a lean margin. Then, yeah, because we can also flip those 6 points in favor of RFK for now. Then we have the next state of Arizona. In Arizona, you can see Harris versus Trump. It's Trump up by 2 points. Actually, in Arizona, RFK has not got his name on the ballot, so Arizona would be a clear Harris versus Trump, where you can see Trump is up by 2 points, and I too feel that it's time for Arizona to come back, where Joe Biden carried the states by merely 0.3 points. So that's not going to be the case for RFK. Trump is going to carry the state with a likely margin. Now coming on to Arkansas, where the RFK has won the ballot. Here we can bend the results actually. This is the first state where it has come too close to 42 of Kennedy and 44 of Trump. Here we can actually bend the results for RFK. He would win the state by a lean margin. So Arkansas is the first confirmed state for RFK in this video. Now looking on to the next stage of California, a good blue block. So in California, I guess the polls are not here yet. Yeah, in the California, Harris is just beating Trump hard, 24 points up, and that's what RFK won't be able to cope up with. If we have any poll of Kennedy versus no, we don't have. So yeah, but California is a good blue block, and here Harris makes her entry in California. 54 electoral votes at stake. Then we have the next state of Colorado. In Colorado, we have, I think that's a good blue state as well. In Colorado, yeah, RFK has won the ballot access, but no polls for him yet. It's Biden against Trump. It's Biden up by 10 points, and Biden up by 6 points. Yeah, Colorado will be carried by Harris by a likely margin. Then we have the next state of Connecticut. Connecticut, okay. If it's against Trump, Kennedy is up by 17 points. If it's against Biden, Kennedy's trailing by 8 points, and it's most likely Connecticut will be Harris versus RFK. So Harris being a little more, weaker candidate in the far east. So I think she would still carry the state of Connecticut and the 7 electoral votes at stake, but with a lean margin. Now looking at the next state of Delaware with a good, yeah, the Biden's home state. Here, even here, I think Biden's getting a little weaker against Kennedy. It's obviously Kennedy versus Biden here, and yeah, if it's yeah, we can bend the results here as well because it's Harris now. It's not, uh, it's not Biden now. So I think Delaware would be carried by RFK with a very tilt margin. So second confirmed state for RFK. Good news, good news. Then we can come to District of Columbia. Okay, that's literally no chance anyone is winning it except Harris. So yeah, good, very good lead for Harris here. So next, now we have Florida. Here, RFK has won the ballot access. Not all, not here. So yeah, there's no poll for RFK, but Trump versus Harris, it's a clear projection that Trump would win the state of Florida with a likely margin. So next is Georgia. Georgia, RFK has the ballot access, and here it's Progress Action Fund, partisan sponsor for the Democratic Party. Harris versus Trump. It's Harris up by 1 point. It's even. It's Trump. So even I think Georgia would be carried by Trump with a very lean margin. Now the next state of Hawaii. Hawaii, RFK has got the ballot access. You can see. If it's again, okay. If it's against Biden, it's Kennedy up by 6 points. If it's against Trump, Kennedy's up by 23 points. So Hawaii is clearly looking for RFK. Woohoo, the third confirmed state for RFK would be a likely RFK state. Then Idaho. So actually, yeah, he can find his way. If we come to, yeah, RFK can actually find his way when Harris and Trump are fighting on their own. Okay, we have poll for Kennedy against Trump, where Trump is up by 22 points, in Idaho, which will be likely, the likely competition in Idaho and will be carried by Trump with a solid margin. Then we come to Illinois. Illinois has won the ballot access again, and that's Kennedy. If it's against Trump, it's up by 11 points. If it's against Biden, he's up by 3 points. So, best case scenario, he'll be bending the results in favor of RFK, would be a very lean state for RFK, the state of Illinois, 19 electoral votes at stake. Then we come to Indiana. Okay, if it's against Trump, which is the likely thing, it's 2 points up for Trump. If it's against Biden, it's 9 points. So that's clearly in RFK's favor. Indiana, the state of Indiana, will be a little RFK state. Then looking at Iowa, Iowa is on the ballot access, and in the states of Iowa, the polls are moving in favor of Trump. Okay, yeah, Trump is trailing by 6 points. Biden is trailing by 11 points. Great news for RFK. It's first, you can say the first solid state for RFK, Iowa. Then we come to next, which is Kansas, where he has won the ballot access. It's now still Kennedy versus Trump, 2 points up for Trump. Biden versus Kennedy, 12 points up for Kennedy. So we can say it's probably, yeah, in Kansas it's probably Trump versus Kennedy. Kennedy will be managing to replace Harris here on the ballot. So it will be we can bend this result for now. Lean RFK state. And then we come to Kentucky, where we have Trump up by 16 and Kennedy up by 32. It's majorly 10 for it's up Trump versus then and but yeah, here also RFK is not the one has not won the ballot access, so it's a safe state for Trump. So the next one is Louisiana. In Louisiana, he has won the ballot access in Louisiana. So yeah, you can see if it's Trump against Trump, it's 15 points, no more to see anything else. Okay, RFK would be losing the state of Louisiana to Trump. Then we have the next state of Maine, Maryland, and Massachusetts. Massachusetts, in fact, is the home state for uh, uh, Kennedy. You can see if it's against both of them, it's Kennedy up by 6 and 18 points. So it's a good thing. Maine is the second state to have a solid RFK support. Now we can look at some other polls right now. It's the poll of Maryland, a good Democratic state. Sorry. Okay. Yeah. By the way, he's not on the ballot in Maryland, so Harris will be carrying Maryland with a good margin. Then we have the state of Massachusetts, the home state of Kennedy. Here, he's got the ballot access, and okay, yeah. If it's against Trump, it's up by 13, and if it's up by Biden, it's okay. It's most likely that RFK would lose his home state, but not with a good, not with a very much support. Harris will be carrying this with a very tilt margin. So for not a good news for Harris again. Michigan, it's okay. RFK has got his name on the ballot, but unfortunately won't be able to cope up. It's purely Harris versus Trump. So I guess Harris will carry it with a very lean margin. Then we come on to Minnesota, then Mississippi. Minnesota, he has won the ballot access in Minnesota. Unfortunately, we don't have any polls for here. It's Harris with some, I think, reliable blue. Okay, he hasn't won the ballot access in Minnesota. Okay, the reliable blue state would continue and will be a likely Democratic state. Then we come to Mississippi, where he hasn't won the ballot access still yet, but yeah, against Trump, he's 13. Trump is 13 up, will be carried by Trump. Now the next is Missouri. Missouri has won the ballot access, but unfortunately, Missouri is a very good Trump state. Trump will be sealing the state from RFK with a good margin. Montana, he's won the ballot access. RFK has won the ballot access in Montana, but still will be carried by Trump with a very astonishing margin. What can we else expect from a good Republican state with 4 electoral votes at stake? Then Nebraska, we come on to Nebraska. Okay, in the second congressional district of Nebraska, let's see. But I think it's swinging in favor of, okay, Kennedy versus Trump's up by 7 points. Clearly makes it a good Republican state. Okay, Nebraska will be likely Republican now because it's Kennedy versus uh, Trump. Then come on to Nevada. Nevada, it's Harris versus Trump, Harris versus Trump, Harris versus Trump. And I guess I do feel Nevada will be carried by Trump. So it's Trump and Harris at 120 each. RFK is now starting to lose majority. He's come down to 282 from a great margin of 474. Then we come on to New Hampshire. New Hampshire will be overwhelmingly carried by Harris by 6 points, likely Democratic state. Yeah, increasingly, I need to be in favor of. Whereas New Jersey will be carried by Trump with a very lean margin. Again, RFK is losing. Okay, now officially, RFK has lost the majority. He's at 264, 6 short of the magic number of 270. Coming on to New Mexico, we have won the ballot access. Okay, New Mexico. Okay, eventually, New Mexico, he'll be carrying the state. Solid margin. New Mexico. Great news for him. The next state of New York, where he has won the ballot access. Unfortunately, Harris will be carrying it with a good margin. Then we come on to North Carolina, where in North Carolina, Trump is carrying the state by 2 to 3 points, so a likely Trump state. So Trump and Harris are getting close to each other in the race, but yeah, RFK is still a lot. If he wins all the states are being hit under his. In North Dakota, it's obviously Trump who's wiping up the state, so RFK will be losing another 3 electoral votes. Yeah, against Kennedy, and Trump is against, again, Trump is up by 16 points there. After North Dakota, we come to Ohio. Ohio, the home state of the vice presidential candidate, J.D. Vance, and Ohio, it's completely red-white, so likely, okay, not likely actually, it's a solid one. Then we come on to Oklahoma. RFK is on the ballot access here. Okay, we can bend the results as we're held, as here as well. So Kennedy against Trump, it's Kennedy Trump up by 3 points. We can surely bend that. RFK will be carrying this with a likely margin. Then the next state of Oregon. Harris will be carrying. Okay. Kennedy is stealing the state out from Harris as well. Oregon would be a likely RFK state. After Oregon, it's Pennsylvania. 19 electoral votes at stake. If we don't have any vote for RFK, so unfortunately he'll be losing the state to Trump by a lean margin. Okay, now one thing to be noticed, Trump is the biggest candidate, he's the candidate with the highest number of electoral votes right now. RFK is at 181, Trump is at 189, Harris is at 152. So we come on to Puerto Rico, again our state to be mentioned about. Rhode Island. In Rhode Island, Biden is carrying it by, no. Kennedy is carrying it by a solid margin. Rhode Island, solid RFK state. Then we come on to South Carolina, then South Dakota. South Carolina will be a Trump state. Yeah, a Trump state. Then we come on to another 9 electoral votes which RFK has lost to Trump. Coming on to South Dakota, where RFK has not won the ballot access yet, will be carried by Trump with a very good margin. Yeah. Then Dakotas, we have done Tennessee. Coming on to Tennessee, here Trump is overwhelmingly popular. We'll be seeing another 11 electoral votes from RFK. Coming on to Texas, 40 electoral votes at stake. Okay, Trump is surely winning it against Biden and will be winning it against RFK as well, with a likely margin. Trump is very near to victory, just 20 electoral votes more, and RFK is currently losing everything. Every state he has. Utah will be carried by Trump again. Okay. Coming on to Vermont, good Democratic state. Against Trump, he's up by 22. Biden. Okay. Harris will carry the state with a very tilt margin. And see, he's just 5 points up, and Vermont has a history of voting for Democrats. So they'll be going to Democrats as well with a very tilt margin. Coming on to Virginia. He's won the ballot access here as well. Virginia will be losing to Trump again by a likely margin. tilt margin. Then coming on to West Virginia, here, here Trump is up by 27 points. So West Virginia solidified red state. Coming on to, okay, we skipped one state of Washington, remembering the Washington, this is a state which will be turning blue with a good margin, still another some 8. Okay. By the way, Trump has won the elections. Yeah, so this is historic. Actually, if it's even RFK jumping into the race, maybe Trump is more likely that he would still pave his way off and again Wisconsin's 10th electoral votes will be a very Trump's very tilt Trump benefit, and then the last state of Wyoming, a solidified Trump state. So this is the map where RFK jumps into the presidential race, but Trump would still be able to win the presidency by 288. So if we can just remove the colors and see the solidified final results, if these actually turn into the final results, surely removing the colors. Yeah, you can see the map right now. These yellow states will be carried by RFK. Harris will be carrying these blue states. Trump is winning the presidency with the red states. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Keep yourself tuned to the channel. We'll be doing some more interesting videos. So yeah, please comment down below what video do you want next, and what do you think, would RFK still be able to win the presidency? Thank you, take care, and bye bye.